This is Chelsea Lambert with Lex Tech Review, and I'm excited to share I am here with Seth Price of BluShark Digital. And this is not only your first time at Tech Show, but also, I mean, you've got a lot to share just from your own story. So you founded a marketing agency after building your own firm to over 30 attorneys. So you come at this from a very, very different perspective. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to not be here as an attendee, but actually come with a product really exciting. You know, what we've built over the last 10 years, combining sort of the best practices of SEO and best law firm management to build something really special, and then to be able to spin off what the secret sauce was, the SEO, into BluShark, and being here, the reaction has been great.
Fantastic. Well, you know, I know I've referred, some attorneys over to you, and they've always come back to me and said not only was your guidance and advice really helpful from a marketing perspective, but one of the things that we've talked about before is the combination of marketing and the impacts that it has on all the different areas of your firm, of how do you scale, when do you hire, how do you manage cash flow, and what should your marketing budget or expenses be. So I think that that's definitely something that BluShark has that a lot of the typical providers or agencies don't have that depth of experience.
No, absolutely. We look at our clients as partners. I mean, that's what they are, and that the SEO and getting the phone to ring is just the first step, because if we get the phone to ring, but somebody's not making money, it's not an academic exercise, or people are in it to make a profit. So we look at, using CallRail. Are the calls being answered? If they're being answered, are the clients happy? Where is the breakdown so that it's a full circle? Getting the phone to ring is the first step. It has to be answered. Is it processed? And can you actually get the happy client at the end? Again, at the flip side of this is the review part of Google My Business, so important today, and making sure not only are you answering it and getting the client in, but are you servicing them and giving them what it takes so that you can get that full circle, 360-degree experience. And when you're able to do that, that's the home run.
Yeah, and that's, knowing those internal law firm processes. In the marketing automation class that I taught this morning with Catherine Sanders-Reach, it was really, focusing on the automation of the marketing from every single touch point. So is that also something that you help with, where if they fill out an intake form, these are the things that should be happening in your firm? Someone should automatically be calling them. When they're calling them, what are they saying? Like, are you kind of guiding them down that path?
I mean, look, it's an entire continuum, right? So we look at intake in general. The way at least my own firm do, is everything that comes in has to be dealt with, whether it's a phone call, whether it's an email, a chat, or a text. It's a contact. And then how you deal with that internally. And I think what's cool at the Tech Show is that there are solutions. You're not going to be able to do everything at once. And even as we've scaled, we have a 10-person intake team. Somebody gets sick, another person quits. There's going to be ebbs and flows, making sure what is your backup. So for us, I hate voicemail. I just don't believe in it. Again, if you're a startup and you have one lawyer and you're going to use it and you're immediately going to call somebody back, great. But get the best possible answering service that you can afford so that there is a human being and they can help figure out, hey, is this an emergency we need to call back right away? Is this something that somebody who's trying to sell you something you can wait till the next day or ignore entirely? And having that flexibility. So I think it's understanding that the first goal is you have to have the phone to ring, but once the phone rings or the texts come in or the chats come in, what do you do with it? And figuring out, how do you triage, how do you prioritize so that you're not just giving the same response to everybody, but figuring out very quickly what's important, where is time spent, and where can you minimize time to make sure that you get to the right people in a timely fashion.
That's fantastic, and you make a great point of, it's perfect that you guys are here, because there's tech stuff everywhere and all kinds of new tools that are launching at this year's show. Going back to the marketing side, one thing that you and I have spent some time discussing is how a lot of small solo firms buy marketing in piecemeal, right? So they buy marketing, they might buy a fine law package, or they might have somebody doing social media, or they might be like blogging or have some ghostwriter or something like that. What is your advice to them when they say, I'm spending all this money already, so I don't necessarily have money to invest in, PPC or paid advertising or SEO. How do you approach that situation?
Well, I'd say the first thing is everything has to be looked at from an ROI point of view, return on investment. And if you can't measure it, that's a real problem. Second, what I've seen, I was kind of shocked as we've grown the agency and we're seeing people from different walks of life and different law firms, is that there are so many things to buy. And it's almost like when you're impulse buying in a store and you say, hey, this tie, that's going to make me really happy, or this pair of shoes, that's going to complete my wardrobe. And I think what happens is you get focused on these different widgets, whether it be social packages or blogging packages. And you know what, individually, could they be fine or not? I have a personal preference against spending money on social media that's not paid. I think that free or organic social media is really a misnomer. And so that when I see people saying, hey, by spending $750 or $1,500 on a social media package, I'm checking a box. It's not about checking a box, it's about ROI. And so for me, for most consumer-facing lawyers, the criminal, PI, trust and estates, family, immigration, these lawyers need to be looking at where can I get cases that monetize most that easily, but in the most consistent, regular manner. And to me, it's search or paid search, Google primarily. Again, there are places and exceptions to everything, and can paid Facebook do well in certain areas? Absolutely. But paying somebody to post on your business account without boosting is kind of pissing the money down the drain. And so what I would say is, if you can track it and know you're getting cases from it, God bless, go ahead. But I see so many people that have bought packages from different places, $400 here, $800 here, that add up over time, don't give you a return, and then take those valuable resources that could be used for search or PPC, where you really could get a great return on your investment.
Agreed. So thank you so much, Seth. I know we could talk for hours about this, and I'll let you get back to the show. Thank you for being here, and we'll talk to you again soon.